Today we're going to talk about the altered chord. It's basically usually played on the 5 chord, so we'll say we're in C. C would be my 1 chord, so then my 5 chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G. And because of that, it's actually a dominant chord, because I'm playing just the notes in the scale. You can also call it the mixolydian. The mixolydian mode, to be precise. So, what is the altered chord? Well, it's your flat 9, sharp 9, and also your sharp 11 and flat 13. This is also it's the same as the flat 5, 5, flat 5, sharp 5. So flat 5, sharp 5, same thing as sharp 11 and flat 13. Reason sometimes we say numbers greater than 7 is because we're actually playing the 7, in this case is the F, or in which case is the dominant, or minor 7. So altered chord, basically you go and you don't have to play all of them, because then it gets kind of muddy. But I think what I like doing the most is I play the dominant 7, and then I go maybe add the 5 in as well, and then I play the major 3rd, and then I add a 3rd on top of that, which in this case happens to be the sharp 5 or flat 13, and then I go up a 5th, and this is my sharp 9. So really we have a flat 13, sharp 9. And then this is really nice because, in a natural 2-5-1 progression, you would resolve to the 1 chord. So what I like to do is I play the sharp 9, and then I transition to the flat 9, and then resolve to the 1 chord. And then, okay, so some examples. I'm just going to go through Baekhyun Amusement Park. Recently discovered it. So it's actually in the key of F, which means my 2 chord is G minor. And then we have the 5 chord. You can do a lot of things with the 5 chord, as I'll cover in a different lesson. But so the altered chord here would be the dominance, and then we'll go with the sharp 5, and then sharp 9, and then resolve using the flat 9 to the 1 chord, which in this case is F. Yeah, and then another thing with this song is it uses the 6 chord, but makes it major. And guess what? That becomes a dominant chord, which then you could also use the altered thing, so then it sounds like this. Again, dominant, major 3rd, sharp 5, sharp 9, flat 9, and then maybe I think it resolves to the 6th chord. So another thing I like about what this song does, I think it's around the bridge or something like that, is it actually modulates, or I don't think it modulates, it actually plays the tritone. So it it goes to the 2 chord and then plays the tritone to the 2 chord, and then that actually resolves to the 4 chord. The 4 chord being C dominant. And again, because it's dominant, I can alter it. So I'm actually going to go major 3rd, sharp 5, sharp 9. So let's put it all together. This is what it sounds like. That's a 2-5-1, 2, 5, 1, and then it goes to 5 to the 3 to the 6, 2, 5, 1. You don't have to do the alter every time. It's kind of overkill. So I like to just play the flat 9, which is perfect. Add in the 13 there as well. So yeah, and then I'll show you the line with the tritone. So it goes. How to practice. So how to practice this, just go through all 12 keys, play the 2-5-1. So so if I'm in F, say I'm in F, it would be 2, 5, right? Really on the 5 you want to practice the altered chord. Right, and then let's say we're in C, then the 2 chord would be D minor, and then the 5 chord we want to alter it, and then resolve to the 1. Right? So as you practice this, you'll really get a feel of what it sounds, how it feels for each key. So I automatically, whenever I see a D dominant, now I instinctively just play the alternate. So, yeah. Here's my phone. My phone go. Oh, I'm freaking, I'm recording, so sad, okay.